Well, hey there, it's Jen.
And Elke, welcome back to the Jen and Elke Clarke Show. We are here because we love the Zazzle platform, which is a print-on-demand platform, and you might as well. If you're brand new, you'll check it out and you'll see what it's all about. But we've also got a lot of people in our community that love the platform as much as we do because it's so versatile, it's so robust. It allows you to use it as a fulfillment center. It allows you to use it as a main digital store selling online products that are print-on-demand products platform. It's so much in terms of how flexible it can be. And so today in this video, we wanted to talk about how even though we're not going to say, hey, artists, you all have to come to Zazzle to sell, and this is going to be your cash cow. I think it's a broader business plan that we suggest for artists because that's how we started. We didn't actually do so well on the platform, and a lot of other artists don't do so well on the platform because it's not a straight art platform, right? But it is so crucial to have Zazzle in your pocket when you are an artist because of the things that you can use to leverage the site for your own business structure and to add additional income. So
Mhm.
let's get started. And we're also going to feature a couple of people that we've coached and trained to help them understand how to use the Zazzle site properly. Okay, so if you
Mhm.
don't know what Zazzle is, Zazzle.com,
I'll put it up
Z-A, or
here.
yeah, put it up. We forget sometimes that people come to our videos and they're brand new. So this is the site. We recommend you sell on the Zazzle.com site rather than any of the other international sites because it's an international site, and whether you live in Spain or in Australia or in North America, you can sell anywhere on the platform. Whether you don't have to sell in your own country, and we highly recommend it because it's not always like not every platform from every country has all the products offered. But if you post on the .com site, then if it is offered on the other international sites, it will show up as an offer, like an offered product, not only in the marketplace Zazzle, but also in your store.
Mhm.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about that if you stick to Zazzle.com. Otherwise, you have to, like, there's some other nuances, but we won't go into those today. But today, as an artist, let's just show you that, hey, if you are a known brand as an artist and you have your own website, you have your own following, you license things to like you license your art, you are a book author, you are a surface pattern designer that's very famous, you can bring traffic to the Zazzle platform and put your art on all of these products, 1,500 plus products that are
Mhm.
at your disposal. All you have to do is open your store and add your designs to the products. This is
Mhm.
even becoming more and more lucrative because as of April 1st, 2025, Zazzle's terms of agreements changed. And because of that, if you are a person that can drive your own traffic to your own products on the platform, you get rewarded much higher than someone who has to rely on a third party to drive traffic to generate sales for you. Okay.
Mhm.
And so you become, it's possible then for you to earn almost 50% of the sales that you make. And because of that, it's becoming a lot more competitive compared to all the other art sites that are out there, or even Society 6, or setting up your own Etsy store or Shopify store, because Zazzle does so much of the product, like initial agreements with people in terms of bringing in products that they're going to sell, that you can sell, and then also all of the customer fulfillment. So
Mhm.
you get to create and then see the money rolling in. Okay, so let's get started. We want to first of all feature, or do you want to say anything more about all the products that you have up?
No, I just wanted to scroll down and I wanted to showcase all of the different amount, like the different amount of results they have. But for whatever reason, my results are actually in German. So just
Ah, Were
just
you on the German
disregard.
site just recently?
No, I'm not. I just disregard that for whatever reason. I'm not too sure what's going on, but there's over 1,500 design styles and types, like Elke mentioned. And then you can click on any one of these categories and then see the products that are associated with those categories and then choose your product type. And yes, now I'll go in and dive into some of the artists that we've actually worked with and showcase their websites and share like just to give you an example of that, these people have been selling on other platforms, whether it be on their own website or on other platforms other than Zazzle, but then saw Zazzle as an opportunity to come on and actually expand their income.
Yeah. And that's the key here is sometimes artists don't understand how to leverage the Zazzle platform. So obviously that's our coaching ability, and we really help people understand the difference between knowing what is possible for them to sell because of their licensing agreements, and so they're not in conflict with any agreements they've made, but also just to be like clear as to how you can use that art on the products on Zazzle to really hone in on what the Zazzle customer would buy, because they're not always going to buy specifically straight art, right? It's not all canvases, it's not all posters, etc. But because once you switch that mentality, you realize, wow, I'm missing out on a lot of money because not everyone has walls to continually buy more of your stuff, but they might want it as a cell phone case, or they might want it as a pen or a marker, or a mug, sorry. And then that allows people to still enjoy your art, even though they can't afford something to put on their wall, or they don't have the space to put things on their wall. Okay, so Audrey Jean has been with us for a long time, and that was one of the things that really mattered to her, was for her to understand what it takes to put the items up on the Zazzle platform and to have the right search terms so that she could drive her own traffic and make so much more money on her own, because initially everyone loved her art, and so many affiliates came and brought traffic to her Zazzle store, but they unfortunately took away her earnings, right? If you get affiliates, a third party, to bring traffic and get the sales for you, your earnings get clawed back a little bit. And especially with the new terms, again, there's a difference in terms of the money that you're going to get. And even though that gives you the sale, why not learn how to do it properly so that you can make up to 35 to 50% off of products that you have listed on the Zazzle platform in terms of their actual sale price. Okay, so that's Audrey Jean, and she's an amazing artist. She also does books, and yeah, it's just amazing. Okay, who else?
Okay, we now got Lisa.
And Lisa, oh my gosh, what a powerhouse she is. She's amazing. She's licensed in so many different ways, and she's a fellow Canadian. By the way, we're Canadian, and like just an absolutely lovely person, but really understands what business is all about as an artist. And that's one of the things that we really respected about her, is she just said, I understand what Zazzle could do for me, and I just need to figure out where and how all this art that I have gets leveraged properly, so that I'm not just dependent on anyone who decides to license me. And so that's how we worked with her. And now she's thriving in multiple different ways, because after you start working with someone, you also, as coaches, we understand the potential, but we don't just understand the potential on the Zazzle platform. If there's a potential that she can use Instagram, where she can leverage more workshops and to get people in and do more lead generation so that people are more raving fans, all of that is part of what happens when you do use the Zazzle platform, because it's not just putting your stuff up and hoping for a sale, right? You're doing it for a reason, and that reason then leads to other questions, which are really exciting for us as coaches, because we're not just showing people how to open a store. Like, you can see that on the internet, and we have free courses. So what's standing in the way between people who are artists and who just open up a store, and I say the word just because that's truly what it is, even though it's an adjective, they think that that's the end of it. and then people will flock to their stores because somebody knows them in their local town, right? But it's a all-encompassing marketing tool, and you need to know the marketing strategy and how to implement it in order to get the everything to work properly and to get those numbers and the sales. Because when you drive the sales to your Zazzle store, as an art represent, like as an artist, you've already got the brand, but you have to still bring people to that store to say, here's where you find my merch, or here's where you find a giclée print, or here's where you can put this beautiful print that you like here as a painting on your duvet cover on your bed, right? And then what products do we need to have in that store as an artist based on the audience and the clientele that you're currently, connected with, and how can you also increase that clientele for additional buyers? And those are exciting ways that we love working with people. So, but Lisa is an awesome person. We've really enjoyed seeing her progress through everything, and so we're so excited that she trusted us to be one of our clients. Okay.
Okay. And then the next one that we have here, this is Carolyn.
Yes, and Carolyn is such a lovely woman as well. So creative, so talented. Love the direction that she's going in with all of her artwork. She's a book author, and she's also came to us and said, well, my art prints are, which, like, I don't know why people wouldn't just buy those on their own, but you have to realize that Zazzle is attracts a certain audience. It's not the Fine Art America audience. It's not the Society 6 audience. It's a whole different audience. It's one that likes to be able to add some personalization. It's the person that wants to, put this up on a birthday card and send it to their friend, rather than something that they buy in the store, right? And so, besides adding the art as is on the Zazzle platform on your products, if you add text, if you allow people to customize it, and this won't wreck your art, it's just people who are fans and maybe not even fans of you, but they love the art, and then they go like, oh, who is this artist? So it's not just a selling machine, it's also a lead generation machine for you to get a bigger fan base. And by allowing people to use this as a card, put girls weekend skiing, for example, that picture right there, that's allowed Carolyn to just first of all expand her income, but also her fan base. And it doesn't take away from her art. In fact, it adds to her art. It's, as I said, merchandising, it's promotion, it is increasing the number of people that see your items. We've had people that even come from Hollywood that ask us, who could we recommend? And also people have been approached separately on their own as to saying, hey, we're doing a movie or we're doing a television show. We want to use one of these as a picture on the wall behind in the scene that we're doing, etc. It's just so much fun as a way to spread your wings as an artist that's not that well known on your own yet. And if you just let go of your artist ego and allow yourself to open up for some possibilities that you might not have considered, then we've even had people get book deals from this, right, as illustrators. Okay, who's next? And just cut me off if you need me to stop talking, because I've said everything myself here.
Well, that's okay. And then now we have Nick. No, go for it. I think you're doing a really great job.
Okay, so Nick Squirrel is, we chose her because we have more artists that we've dealt with. But Nick Squirrel, like, we've chosen a book author, we've chosen a very famous watercolorist, actually two watercolorists. But Audrey Jean actually, for a long time, was on Zazzle primarily, and then she did more with licensing, and now she's book author. Whereas Lisa was always licensing and already very famous artist, and then came to Zazzle and explored that as an option and is adding that to her business model. Whereas Nick Squirrel, again, you can see already by her artwork, it's not just your basic surface pattern design, right? But she does love doing a surface pattern, and that's why we chose her because a lot of her surface patterns actually did quite well on the Zazzle platform. Once she did what we taught Carolyn as well, is to add the graphics that she's created, they're her own assets, to various different things that people could customize. And that's when she flourished on the Zazzle platform. And that way she can stay true to her artist style. She doesn't have to follow trends per se, but she's following the trends of what is selling on the platform. So if it's like patterns for birthday cards, or patterns on bed sheets, or if it's patterns on pillows, then that already just lets her not have to worry about a supplier, and she's basically, being her own licensee in a way, and she gets to keep all the profits except for whatever Zazzle takes as a cut for facilitating all the customer fulfillment. And that I wanted to say one more thing, and I lost my train of thought. But do you just say something else, and maybe it'll come back to me. Otherwise, this is just such a really lovely addition for anyone who's an artist. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Zazzle allows you to really have the opportunity to play with your artwork. Like we mentioned at the beginning of this video, there's over 1,500 different product styles and types. And yes, there are canvases and there's prints and there's, the traditional artwork related products that you think that you might want to sell your artwork on. But just imagine the possibilities of using, for example, this type of artwork and putting it on a notebook, putting it on birthday cards, putting it on Valentine's Day cards, incorporating it into Christmas related items. It depends obviously on how flexible your artwork is. Of course, Nick, and let's go back to Carolyn, they have a certain style, and then, it's more of the illustrations. Then we go back to now Lisa, and hers are more watercolor art. And so depending on what type of artist you are, you can really hone in on your skill sets and utilize your skill sets to incorporate assets into certain designs on Zazzle. And think about Zazzle is definitely a certain type of platform in terms of what the person who is a Zazzle customer comes to buy, right? And so you have to do your due diligence for research to figure out what product types and what niches are popular, because your artwork may or may not, go along with certain niches. And the beauty of also being an artist too is that once you see the possibilities that Zazzle offers you, you can just create your new assets and you create new designs. We've had so many designers and artists who have had their own traditional base of, they're like, I need to sell all of these pictures that I have JPEGs of and PNGs of, like their stock photography on my computer. Like I've, over the past 10 years, I need to sell the things that I've already created. And yes, I understand that concept and that want and that need. But the beauty of Zazzle is that you're able to then now create new things and just incorporate your skill sets into what the trends are and what people are buying on Zazzle.
Yes. And I remember now what I was going to say. Just a little caveat, because we're still on the fence with regards to AI generated art. And, AI needs to pull it from somewhere, which means that any picture or anything that's been on the internet, for some reason, the gurus have said it's fair game. And so we can use that to generate original art. And it's not true, because the original art that original art originally from where this AI program is getting the art is from something else. It was created initially by an artist. And so if you now say, oh, all I have to do is go into Canva and say, generate, something that looks like Lisa Audette's art, and I can sell it on Zazzle. No. And also that's copyright violation. And then secondly, anyone who's thinking that they could just cash in now, that they can just generate images and throw them up on Zazzle, that's not there's lawsuits out there as to whether or not that's truly original work. And Zazzle insists on that your work is original, that you have definitely created it on your own, and that it belongs to you in terms of copyright. So be careful. And that's just all we can say right now. And everyone wants us to weigh in on it even more than that, but we can't, because at the moment it seems to be okay as long as you say we said it, we did generate it with AI. But on the other hand, it's too new and it can all be taken down very quickly if there are certain lawsuits that get won. And we don't want you to spend a lot of time working on something and then realize it just was all for nothing, right? Originality is the key. People who come to Zazzle as customers who are ready and willing, they have the money, they want to pay for you the originality. And so don't underestimate your own abilities as an artist, and just allow yourself to be creative without the help of AI.
Mhm. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you are brand new to Zazzle and you want some help to figure out how to start, we have a really great 3-part series for you where you will be sent an email to your inbox each day for 3 days to help you set up your Zazzle store, post your first product for sale, and also learn about Zazzle promotion. If you are on Zazzle and you are maybe struggling with figuring out your niche, or maybe you're an artist and you need help figuring out what niche to get into because of your specific type of artwork that you create, then we have a wonderful download for you. It's in the description of this video. It's to help you with your niche choice and the trending products that go along with those niches. And we just can't wait to help you along your journey to success on Zazzle.
And if you're watching this on Instagram or any of our other social platforms, it's always in our link in bio or wherever you might find the extra pieces of what we talk about. And
That's
you
true.
can always just comment below, and then we'll send you the link anyway, because we want you to succeed on the Zazzle platform. Come and join us on your Zazzle journey to success. Let's go along together.
Yes. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.